We had started with Rupak Taala. Rupak is a short and delicate tal, and we had learned how to recite Rupak and do basic footwork in Rupak. In this lesson, after a quick revision of the previous lesson, we will learn tukras in Rupak Taala. Now, can you tell me how many matras or beats there are in Rupak?
7 beats.
Right, 7 beats. And how many khalis and talis there are?
One khali and two talis.
Right. In fact, Rupak is a very rare tal which starts with the khali. The sum is on the khali. And will you recite it once? Tin, tin, na, thi, na, di, na. Tin, tin, na, thi, na, di, na. Now, I would like to see you perform the entire sequence of footwork. First, in the thala or single tempo, then double, quadruple with its variations, and then the tihais. So, do it like a performance so that I can watch what you're doing. Begin. Double. Quadruple. Very good. Now, I would like you to sit, and then we will learn how to do padhant to the tukras. You know what padhant is? Recitation, right? Now, we had learnt tukras in trital, and you know that tukras are small rhythmic compositions. Sometimes scholars insist that a tukra should be completed within one avartan of a tal. Now, Rupak is such a short tal, just 7 beats. And so if you have a tukra just covering one avartan, you will have to finish on the 8th beat. And so what can you really show within such a short time span? So sometimes in Rupak, we use more than one avartan. But nevertheless, a tukra has to be a short piece. Again, since you have learnt so much in Trital, you will find that you know many of the rhythmic syllables, and I'm sure you will find it very easy to pick up the tukras in Rupak. So let's start with recitation of the tal, and then I will recite the tukra for you, and I'm sure you will be able to pick it up very soon. So it's short, but it covers 2 avartans. In fact, with the 2 avartans, it covers less than 1 avartan of a trital, right? So actually we are completing it on the 15th beat. The next is tat tat thei tigha titi thei ta thei tat thei. Syllables you are familiar with. Then the teha is thei ta thei ta thei 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 tat tat ta thei ta thei ta thei 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 tat tat ta thei ta thei ta thei 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 tat tat ta. Tin tin na ji na tat tat thei tigha titi thei ta thei tat thei thei ta thei ta thei 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 tat tat ta thei ta thei ta thei 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 tat tat ta thei ta thei ta thei 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 tat tat ta. Although a little longer than the first tukra, this is also basically a short piece. The next one is a little different. Again, it's very short, but the first two had dance syllables or natwari syllables for the rhythmic composition. Here, we will have takita tekita takadiga takadiga dha, dha, dha. In fact, there are a total of 12 dhas. And when you learn how to dance the tukra, you will find that each dha is a different pose which can be used in some. It's a beautiful piece. Takadiga, takadiga, takita, takita, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, takadiga, takadiga, takita, takita, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, takadiga, takadiga, takita, takita, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha. So dha, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the space in between or the gap. But let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 so that we know the exact demarcation of the gap. And naturally, when you will be doing the dance, then you won't say 1, 2, 3, 4 because you have to stand in that pose. But just to make sure that we are in the correct rhythmic pattern, we will say 1, 2, 3, 4. Takadiga, takadiga, takita, takita, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, takadiga, takadiga, takita, takita, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, takadiga, takadiga, takita, takita, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha, 1, 2, 3, 4, dha. Of course, you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think that will go better because after all, Kathak is associated with the Hindi language and North Indian culture. So let's say it with 1, 2, 3, 4 once more. Tin, tin, na, taka diga taka diga taki taka ta 1 2 3 4 ta 1 2 3 4 ta 1 2 3 4 ta taka diga taki taka ta 1 2 3 4 ta 1 2 3 4 ta 1 2 3 4 ta taka diga taki ta 1 2 3 4 ta 1 2 3 4 ta 1 2 3 4 ta. So we will learn the 3 tukras. I'm sure you liked the rhythmic variations, and even if you haven't liked it now, you will enjoy it when you're dancing. Come. The first one you remember was ta-the, ta-the, ta-ta-the. Now this is the love shikha or the Agni shikha hand. Now you start by looking first in the direction of the left hand. So it's ta-the, then at the right, a-the, ta-ta-the. So ta-the, ta-the, ta-ta-the. Ta-ta-the, you are back at utpatti. And the same action is done in the opposite direction. A-the, a-the, ta-ta-the. Now the feet are ta-the, ta-the, ta-ta-the, a-the, a-the, ta-ta-the. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, so after this ta-the, 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 a-the, a-the, ta-ta-the, the rest you know. Te, ta-the, ta-the, te, ta-ta-ta. You have done so many times. I'm not going to teach it again. And then ta-ta-ta, 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 3 checkers ending at the sum. So I want you to do it as a complete bowl because you know almost the whole of it. Tin, tin, na, tin, na, tin. Ta, ta, ti, ti, a, ti, a, ti, 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 ta, 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 ta. Good. The next one is also one that you almost know. It's tat, tat, thei, tig, tha, dig, dig, thei. You know it. Ta, thei, ta, ta, thei. You know this part. Then thei, ta, thei, ta, thei, 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 ta, ta, ta. This Tihai you had learnt in the Trital Tukra of the second year course. So, tat, tat, thei, tig, tha, dig, dig, thei, ta, thei, ta, ta, thei, thei, ta, thei, ta, thei, 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 ta, 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 thei, ta, thei, ta, thei, 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 ta, 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 thei, ta, thei, ta, thei, 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 ta, ta, ta. Very good. Now the next one, I told you, has 12 dhas. We will learn the 12 dha poses first, and then we will weave the tukra together. The first dha is weight balanced on the right leg, right knee slightly bent, left toe on the ground, left hand below the hip, right hand stretched outwards as in Madhya Kon Suchita, but looking at the opposite direction. Dha. Next dha. Here the weight is on the left leg, left knee slightly bent, left hand raised, body raised upwards, and the right hand below. Next, dha. Still the weight is on the left leg. Here I'm just bringing my hand back slightly. This hand comes to the utpatti, dha. Then I go round and dha. As if my hands are flying towards this direction. Next dha. So I'm asking a question. Weight on the left leg. Again, left hand below the hip, right hand towards the left side. From here, dha. Weight comes back to the right leg. Left hand comes back to Utpatti position. This is below here, looking here. Then dha. Right hand is raised, left below the hip. Then I take a turn and dha. Next dha. This is the third part, the first dha of the third round. Dha. Both hands are as if trying to fly upwards, dha. Then dha. From here, I bring this hand downwards. Then this pose is like this, but do it at the back, dha. And I'm looking not straight at the back, but a little to the side, so that my profile can be seen. Dha, and then coming back, dha. Now, takadiga takadiga takita dhikiti, I do with my hands in the naman pose, as if I'm respecting someone. That is called naman. Takadiga takadiga takita dhikiti. Feet 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3. Then dha, 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 dha. Then takadiga takadiga takita dhikiti dha, 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 dha. Takadiga takadiga takita dhikiti dha, 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 dha. So will you be able to do the entire thing? And remember, each pose is a pose that can be used at the sum, and so has to be very clear. Good. You have learnt 3 tukras as is prescribed in the syllabus. In the concluding part, you will learn 3 tihais, and then you will revise the tukras and the tihais. In this part of the episode, we will learn 3 tihais. Now you have learnt tihais in Rupak before, but there you were establishing the tal with the basic footwork, and then in between you were weaving in the tihais. But the tihais which you will learn now can be done in between tukras and todas. They add sparkle to the presentation of a tal. Now you have come across the rhythmic unit Tete kata gadi khene tha. Tete kata gadi khene tha. Now these syllables will be used in varying combinations in the tihais. Tha khene tha, gadi khene tha, kata gadi khene tha, tha khene tha, gadi khene tha, kata gadi khene tha, tha khene tha, gadi khene tha, kata gadi khene tha. Dina, 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 din, din. Dha ghine dha, gadi ghine dha, kata gadi ghine dha, tere kata gadi ghine dha, dha, dha. Dha ghine dha, gadi ghine dha, kata gadi ghine dha, tere kata gadi ghine dha, dha, dha. Dha ghine dha, gadi ghine dha, kata gadi ghine dha, tere kata gadi ghine dha, dha, dha.
Gadi ghine dha, kata gadi ghine dha, tere kata gadi ghine dha, dha, dha. Dha ghine dha, gadi ghine
tha gadi ghine tha kata gadi ghine tha tere kata gadi ghine tere kata gadi ghine tere kata gadi ghine tha ghine tha gadi ghine tha kata gadi ghine tha tere kata gadi ghine tere kata gadi ghine tere kata gadi ghine tha ghine tha gadi ghine tha kata gadi ghine tha tere kata gadi ghine tere kata gadi ghine tere kata gadi ghine tha Come, let's learn how to perform these balls. Now, for each dha, it is a plain full foot tap, dha. Then ghine tha is with the side of the right foot, ghi. Then ne is just raising the left foot from the heel and bringing it down, ne dha, ghine tha, ghine tha. Then gadi ghine tha, kata gadi ghine tha, ta kita tha. Then tete kata gadi ghine. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Now these basic foot movements will be used in the combinations. So like in the beginning, tha, ghine tha, gadi ghine tha, kata gadi ghine tha. So you don't have the tete kata gadi ghine part. Then the second, dha 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 is dha dha dha. Right, left, right. And in the last one, tete kata gadi ghine, tete kata gadi ghine, tete kata gadi ghine tha, tete kata gadi ghine, tete kata gadi ghine, tete kata gadi ghine tha. So I'm sure now with your experience in Kathak, you can easily recite and perform the 3 Tihais. And as you know from your previous lessons, in Tihais you have to concentrate on the feet and the hands and the eyes, just reflect the rhythm. So let's begin. Good. Now in the first part of the lesson, we had learnt the 3 tukras. Let us revise the tukras. You will do parant and the tukras. you have now learned 3 tukras, 3 independent tihais, plus you have learnt a considerable amount of footwork to establish the tal, rupak. In the next lesson, we will learn 2 parans and 2 todas and a ladi, which is footwork with variations of one basic rhythm. So I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I hope you are enjoying the new tal. And in the next lesson, we will go on further with our explorations in Rupak. So do practice and enjoy practicing all that you have learned. So next time, we will go on further.